So, this is the story of a ranker who's basically the guardian of other rankers. Sounds pretty weird, right? But that's our main protagonist's gig. Normally, in these tales, rankers save regular folks. But here, we've got one ranker who's all about saving his fellow rankers. No more chit-chat, let's dive right into the video. Just like old times, Derek's out there directing a ranker rescue op with that signature swagger of his, barking orders into his comms like he's conducting an orchestra of chaos. And wouldn't you know it, we spot his partner, Sylvie, right in the thick of it, her sleek armor glinting under the portal's eerie glow, her face a mask of focused intensity. Thing is, Derek's not officially on her team, he's not even supposed to be anywhere near this mess. Nah, he's just the wildcard Sylvie dialed up in a panic because her elite squad got sucked into a rogue portal and pinned down hard. She's mid-briefing, laying out the usual protocol with that no-nonsense tone she reserves for high-stakes ops evac routes, threat assessments, the works, when Derek straight up interrupts her, cracking open a neon green energy drink with a hiss that echoes like a challenge. He chugs it down in one go, wipes his mouth with the back of his hand, and fires back with that cocky grin, "I got this, babe. No need to explain every damn detail. You always hit me with the same two rules, be back before dinner, and save your teammates. This ain't my first rodeo, you're treating me like a damn kid again, and we both know I've pulled your ass out of worse." Sylvie's eyes narrow, her lips curling into a snarl that's equal parts frustration and reluctant amusement. She's not exactly impressed by his bravado, the way he leans against the portal rig like he owns the place. But instead of ripping into him, she mutters a curse under her breath, something sharp and ancient sounding that makes the nearby techs flinch, and slams her palm against the control panel. The portal rips open with a thunderous crack, swirling vortex of violet energy spitting sparks and distant roars. Derek doesn't hesitate, he straightens up, rolls his shoulders, and steps right through like it's a casual stroll into a bar. That's when the real twist kicks in, and oh man, does it hit like a truck? We cut hard to this insane fight scene inside the portal dimension, a sprawling, jagged cavern lit by bioluminescent fungi and rivers of molten lava, the air thick with sulfur and the metallic tang of blood. Dragons the size of skyscrapers coil through the skies, their scales iridescent and razor-edged, belching plumes of fire that scorch the stone. On the ground, it's a nightmare swarm of gorgon-like warriors, serpentine women with hair made of living vipers, eyes that petrify on contact, wielding cursed blades that turn flesh to stone mid-swing. Sylvie's team is getting ambushed hard, bodies frozen in agonized poses, others shredded and bleeding out, the squad's formation shattered like glass. Screams echo, claws rake, and the dragons dive bomb with earth-shaking impacts. But our hero? Derek's got his own setup ready to roll, some kind of prepped artifact field glowing faintly around him as he charges in, blades flashing. He's panting like a dog in heat, sweat pouring down his face, dodging a gorgon's gaze by a hair's breadth as he mutters through gritted teeth, "I get it, these guys have their field set, locked and loaded to trap anyone who portals in. But how the hell did mine get locked in too? That's a straight-up miracle, or a curse." And boom, that's the spark for our main guy's bad luck streak. Not your average jinx, either, this one's brutal, a cosmic middle finger that slams shut like a vice. The portal winks out behind him, his field glitches and fuses with the enemy trap, and just like that, he's anchored, trapped in one godforsaken spot for a full 10 years, watching time warp around him while the battles rage on without escape. I won't spoil too much, cause I know the comments section would roast me alive if I did, flooding the replies with pitchfork emojis and demands for my head. Oh, and speaking of roasts, that's my daily bread these days, the fuel keeping the channel grinding. Next part of Tower of God drops right after this new EP drops, cause the Manhwa's updates are slowing down to a crawl. Artists gotta eat, I guess, and I want to stockpile content for the channel to keep you beasts fed without gaps. I'll explain the full backup plan later, but trust me, it's gonna be epic. Like I said, the bad luck hammer drops and Derek's stuck in that pocket hell for a full decade. 10 years is the kind of sentence that hollows a man out from the inside. You wake up every morning, if you can even call it that, when the sky's a bruised violet and the light never changes, and you feel another sliver of yourself flake off like rust. The isolation isn't just quiet, it's loud. It screams in your skull until your own heartbeat sounds like a stranger's. That's what's breaking Derek, the solitude is a slow acid drip on his sanity. One simple gig, go in, grab the rankers, get out, flips his entire operating system. Helping people? He brands it a net loss, tattoos it across the inside of his eyelids, never again. All he needs is one clean shot at the exit. But the clock just keeps coughing up more sand. Days hemorrhage into weeks, weeks clot into months, months calcify into years. No rescue beacon. No Sylvie-shaped silhouette ripping open a doorway. No backup crew riding in with fanfare. Just cold, hard reality. The outside world wrote him off the ledger. So let's rewind to the exact moment the cage snapped shut. Mission brief was textbook: portal breach, 6 rankers pinned, hostile density moderate. Derek portals in hot, blades singing, and immediately clocks that intel was garbage. The monsters are juiced, scales denser, venom faster, gorgon gazes that petrify mid-stride. He triangulates, tags the 3 rankers closest to the exit, hauls them through the shimmering gate like luggage. 3 saved. 3 laughed. Portals flickering, unstable, but still breathing. That's when the last idiot, some rookie with more bravado than brain, panics, bolts the wrong direction, and gets snared by a dragon's tail. Derek's team is screaming over comms, abort. Windows collapsing. He mutes them. Classic hero complex. He dives after the kid, severs the tail, slings the guy over his shoulder. 10 meters to the portal. 5. The rookie's dead weight, bleeding, babbling apologies. Derek plants his foot, hurls the kid through the gate, winks out like a snuffed candle. The afterimage burns violet on his retinas. He's left holding air, the rookie's blood still warm on his gauntlets. His face in that instant? Pure shatter. Eyes blown wide, mouth open on a word that never makes it out. The sound that does come is small, almost polite, a cracked no, then the regret avalanche starts. He replays the footage in his head on loop for 10 straight years. Why didn't I triage differently? Why grab the straggler last? Why play White Knight when 3 were already safe? Every night he carves another tally into the cavern wall, each scratch a fresh accusation. He cycles through the greatest hits of self-loathing. It was a setup, someone sold the route. Sylvie cut him loose to save face. He simply wasn't strong enough to brute force the field lock, but here's the kicker, he doesn't crack. Not completely. Somewhere between year 4 and 5, he starts talking to the tallies like they're old squad mates. He drills footwork against dragon shadows, sharpens his blades on gorgon scales, runs laps around the lava river until his lungs taste copper. He builds routines the way other people build shrines. Sanity becomes a muscle, he flexes it daily. And he clings to one brittle lifeline, Sylvie's still looking. They don't leave their own. He says it aloud every dawn, voice hoarse, until the words feel like armor. Is it delusion? Maybe. 10 years is an eternity in portal time. Outside, decades could have blinked by. Entire wars fought, governments toppled, Sylvie could be dust in a grave he'll never see. But hope's a stubborn bastard, and Derek's got nothing else to spend. So he waits. He trains. He counts. And every time the cavern quakes with a dragon's roar, he squares his shoulders and mutters, not today. Because one day, one impossible, rage-fueled, miracle of a day, that portal's going to yawn open again. And when it does, Derek won't be the same man who stepped through. He doesn't sit idle. 10 years of stone, lava light, and dragon wings beating like war drums overhead turn the prison into a crucible. Every dawn he ghosts across the cavern floor, blades whispering, carving air into ribbons until every crack and stalactite shadow is muscle memory. One-finger push-ups on jagged obsidian, pull-ups from a dragon ribcage he pried loose, sprints along the lava river while heat blisters his soles. No spotter, no coach, just tally marks, counting sets instead of days. Hugs are a punchline, the closest he gets is slamming his own back against the wall to reset a shoulder. Food runs out fast, emergency bars, then belt leather, then the body learns new math. High-grade potion stitches glow as he slices, eats, heals, repeats, void cracks spiderweb across forearms, cheeks, the bridge of his nose, black glass breathing cold starlight. One random morning the system HUD flatlines. Intrusion detected, quarantine protocol, the overlay rips away like burnt film, no stats, no minimap, no green numbers. Just him, the dark, and the animal certainty he's been erased. Rage detonates. He punches stone until it drips red and the cracks scream open. Months blur, he wakes with his own bicep in his teeth, potion stitches glowing, tasting copper in shame. Then he quits. I'm done, he rasps to the tallies, blades across his lap, waiting for the void to finish him. Weeks of silence. Then a voice, thin as wire, Derek. Not Sylvie, not human, something older, curious, hungry. He's on his feet before the echo dies. A hairline fracture in the air widens, violet light seeping like dawn through a keyhole. Something is pushing in, if it can enter, he can exit. Excitement slams adrenaline through his veins, his grin splits the cracks wider. Heart jackhammers. He edges closer, palms open, whispering, come on, beautiful, open sesame, wham. Invisible freight train. He's airborne, spine kissing stone 20 meters back. Pain detonates, real, grounding. The crack yawns fully now, and the void beast steps through, all angles and absence, limbs unfolding like black origami, eyes twin collapsing galaxies. Derek coughs blood, wipes his mouth, and grins ear to ear. Looks like someone's gotta teach you manners, hello in a punch to the face. Systemless, he's still a beast. He charges. The thing opens wide, firing multiple void beams. He dodges casual, agility untouched, but fatigue creeps fast. One beam clips him, sends him tumbling, void cracks flaring white-hot where it grazed. The beam sears a trench and Derek laughs, a cracked, joyous bark that echoes off the cavern walls. Okay, 50% sure this ain't a trip. Blood trickles warm from his scalp, real as taxes. He swipes it, stares at the red on his fingers, and grins like a kid who just found the last cookie. 10 years without spilling his own? He's been starving for the color. The sight yanks the last cobweb from his skull. 2 paths, die here or die trying. Either beats slow rot. He floods the air with mana, Thor on a triple espresso, and blitzes sonic fast. The beast hurls a second lance of void, he spheres it mid-stride, detonating it into a dust storm that cloaks the cavern. Debris becomes stepping stones, he vaults, flips, lands on the thing's back, no more pleasantries. One slash carves a screaming fissure straight through the portal seam. Light, real sunlight, punches through like a promise kept. He bursts out whooping, arms spread, dancing on air like gravity owes him money. Ain't no force in this world holding me back now. Won't lift a finger for anyone's dad, even if they're one cough from the grave. Plan simple, live solo, find a solid partner, pop out some kids, hole up in the mountains far from the circus. Mountains, speaking of, my vlog's damn near wrapped. Drop it here or spin a side channel. Smash the comments, beasts. Y'all binge daddy vlogs and mukbangs, but when I serve something raw like this? Crickets before it even posts. Just venting at the other manhwa creators, maybe they can't match the sauce you crave elsewhere. Won't let you down, though, this tour slaps. Watch it, I'd kill for that. Cut hard to a lost kid in the dusk woods, sneakers skidding on pine needles, cursing himself in a whisper, should have listened to grandma, evening strolls are for suckers. Branches whip his face, something big crashes behind him. He slips, tumbles over a cliff edge, fingers clawing dirt. Buffalo legs, if I fell my head would have landed 3 zip codes from my feet. A wolf beast, all ribs and red eyes, charges the ridge above. Kid freezes, grip fails, plummets. Rocks, rapids, waterfall, survives soaked and gasping. Looks up, sky tears like wet paper. Thunder crack. Something huge drops through, trailing violet sparks. From the kid's angle it's a demon fresh from hell, horns of shadow, eyes burning cold. It's Derek. He lands knees first in the pool, water exploding skyward. System pings an error, glitchy gold text scrolling across his vision, danger, anomalous re-entry. He laughs again, delirious, thought he'd lost the interface forever. A void beam lances from the closing crack, he backflips clear as it boils the pool to steam. Kids horrified. Derek shakes off like a wet dog, grinning. Wolf's in the water too, paddling, eyeing him like takeout. Derek flops on the bank, out cold. Inside his head, void dreams swirl, Sylvie's laugh, warm food, a kid's sticky hand in his, all the things he swore off, taunting. Real world, Wolf nips his calf, testing. Derek cracks one eye, voice gravel and sleep, 5 more minutes, need my beauty rest. Tickles more than hurts, and Derek busts out laughing like it's the funniest damn thing since sliced bread. Hold up, that's too ticklish, cut it out. But that final nip? It's game over for the wolf. He snatches it one-handed, eyes still clamped shut, and starts smacking it silly like it's a mosquito that wandered into the wrong barbecue. Kid's huddled behind a boulder, peeking out with saucer eyes, whispering to himself, "Demon for real, this guy's straight out of nightmares." When Derek finally cracks an eye and spots the squirming furball in his fist, he doesn't drop it, nah, he just tilts his head, grins like a loon, and coos. "Ah, look at you, little puppy, ain't you a feisty one?" Treats the snarling beast like a fluffy toy poodle fresh from the groomer, scratching behind its ears while its jaws snap inches from his wrist, his face lighting up at the jungle's chaotic welcome, vines twisting like party streamers, distant howls like off-key karaoke, even the scattered skeletons bleaching in the underbrush. "Art," he declares, waving a hand at the mess like a proud curator, pure, unfiltered beauty after a decade of cave walls. Snaps out of it long enough to confirm it's no void spawn head trip, plops down cross-legged with the puppy pinned under one arm, and pulls up his system HUD. Overlay flickers back to life, but the stats panel? Blank as a politician's promise. What the? He tests an old reliable, channels an energy slash, nothing but a sad fizzle, like a dud firecracker. The wolf tilts its head, looking almost as disappointed as he feels. He fires off a couple more, swinging wild at a nearby tree, zip, zilch, headache blooming like a bad hangover. Man's overthought his way through 10 years of isolation, enough's enough. Then it clicks, that old system's probably glitched hard into this new one, the invasion alert from earlier? Total merger meltdown. He glances around the humid green haze, ferns dripping like lazy faucets, birds screeching territorial jazz. Where the hell am I? Which forgotten corner of the world did I drop into? That's when a kid steps on a rotten twig, crack like a gunshot in the quiet. Derek's grip clamps the puppy tight as a vice, voice dropping to gravel. "Who's there? Show yourself before I turn this into a chew toy buffet." The kid hits the dirt on his knees, hands up like he's surrendering to the apocalypse, just passing through, honest, forgive me. Demon meat ain't tasty anyway, all gristle and regret. Derek arches a brow, loosening his hold just a hair. "Kid, from what angle do I scream demon? The hair? The attitude? Spill it." Their eyes lock, and the poor squirt's face drains white. Next comes the telltale patter and a puddle spreading under his shorts. The wolf catches the scent of fear and lunges, fangs bared. Derek yanks it back like a naughty leash walker. "Easy, someone's talking here, manners, pup. Sit pretty or it's nap time." The kid blinks through tears, awe cracking his terror. "Gangster for sure, you're running this woods like it's your backyard." Derek chuckles, finally releasing the beast, who slinks off with a wounded glare, and sticks out a hand crusted in void dirt. Name's Derek. "This one's Jack now, fits the mug, don't it?" Kid scrambles up, wiping his face. "Tommy. And yeah, I'm a ranker too, kinda." Derek probes, "Level?" Tommy hems, spilling the tea. "Awakening don't hit till 13. I'm 12, so, zilch." Mind blower for Derek, this rule's news to him, like finding out gravity's optional. He nods, schooling his shock. "Alright, activation 101, bag a monster, system lights up." Easy peasy. His gaze drifts to Jack, who's edging back with hackles up. Jack freezes, eyes wide like he heard his own obituary. Derek lunges in a blur, kills it with a theatrical throat slash that draws zero blood. Tommy yelps, "Your pet?" Derek dusts his hands, smirking. "Pet? Nah, just messing around, this was a riot." He checks the HUD, no awaken ping for Tommy. "Kid's got some smarts, sure, but you're a total slacker. Leave you 5 minutes out here, and the locals turn you into chew toys." Boom, systems humming now, dual overlays flickering, old skills ghosting back online, merging seamless with the new like puzzle pieces snapping fate. Huge W, he's pumping his fist, electric. Tommy's gut chooses that moment to rumble like thunder in a teacup. Derek pauses, then gets to work, skewers Jackwolf over a conjured flame, the sizzle filling the air with forbidden barbecue heaven, hands the kid a skewer and a canteen. Tommy inhales the water like a desert rat. "Whoa, slow your roll, kid, you'll hurl it right back up." Breathing easy at last, Derek leans back, probing the new system's guts, how to mesh it with the old warhorse. Fires up meditation skill for a sync test, brain zap, agony like lightning in his synapses. Tommy winces, "Water hit too hard?" Derek waves it off, teeth gritted, idiot boy, just uninvited shockwaves crashing the party. Then the good news cascades, matching skills auto-merge, evolving into advanced beasts, dual systems mean power-ups on steroids, exponential. He grins demon-wide, shadows dancing in his eyes. I'm gonna be unstoppable world, meet your reckoning. Next beat, he fishes a trimmer from his bracelet's void pocket. Alright, barber boy, fix this mane, make me presentable. Tommy balks, can't trim worth spit. Just wave it like you're conducting, a machine handles the finesse. In return, spill on this world, your digs, I'll chauffeur you home safe. Deal sealed with a fist bump. Tommy dives in, keeping it simple, systems? Gods incarnate, no bias, everyone's equal under the code. But elites? Hated the fairness, hacked evos with dirty tricks to stack the deck, dominating like kings. Balance shattered, elites thrown it up, middles grind as system-fueled slaves. Oh, and twist, those same elites ice Tommy's parents, cold as void. He's mid-spill when Derek hisses during the trim, whoa, too much off, easy on the sides. Tommy freezes, sorry. Derek summons a mirror hologram from the bracelet, tilting his head, not bad at all, kid, you've got chops, open a barbershop, rake in the ranks. Congrats on the sorry, that earns you a second chance, cause you nailed the fade. The trek drags on like a bad hangover, sun dipping low and painting the canopy in bloody oranges. Tommy's eyelids finally surrendering to the sway of Derek's stride, he's out cold, snoring soft against the ranker's shoulder like a kid brother after a sugar crash. Derek glances down, smirks at the drool patch forming on his jacket, and gives the boy a gentle nudge, rise and shine, squirt, this your spot? We hitting civilization or what? Tommy blinks awake, rubbing his eyes with grubby fists, squinting at the thatched roofs peeking through the trees ahead. Nah. That's Rena Village. Home sweet disaster. The word home hits different in his mouth, laced with that kid grit hope, and before Derek can even slow, Tommy's scrambling off his back like a shot from a slingshot, bolting down the overgrown path yelling, Mr. Joss. Mr. Joss, it's me, open up. His sneakers kick up dust, voice cracking with that raw, unfiltered joy of almost there. Derek hangs back a beat, watching the kid's ponytail bounce, but the air shifts, thickens with copper and rot before the door even creaks open. Tommy shoulders it wide, and bam, blood stench rolls out like a red carpet from hell, metallic and fresh enough to curdle milk. There, sprawled on the dirt floor amid shattered pottery and chloraked walls, is Mr. Joss, chest caved in, eyes glassy and vacant, soul long fled to whatever passes for the afterlife in this system-rigged world. Tommy freezes, a choked gasp ripping from his throat, face crumpling like wet paper, and no. Mr. Joss? He drops to his knees, tiny hands hovering like he can stitch the wound shut with wishful thinking. Derek's there in 2 strides, hand firm on the kid's shoulder, voice low and steady, easy, Tommy, not your grandpa. Don't dwell, it'll eat you alive. But Tommy's shaking now, tears carving tracks through the grime. He was an awesome uncle, taught me knife tricks, sneaked me extra stew. How? He was level 30, tough as nails. Derek kneels beside him, eyes scanning the carnage like a crime scene vet, overturned tables splintered like matchsticks, blood trails leading to a shattered window, faint scorch marks that scream breach. Monster got in, clean hit, no fight. Level 30 should have tanked that easy. Tommy sniffs, wiping his nose on his sleeve, in this jungle? Untouchable. Level 30 means you're the boss, nothing touches you. Derek stands, dusting his hands, dropping the bomb casual as a weather report, your pup wolf back there? Level 53, total normie snack. If beasts like that's roaming free, your village ain't just off its toast, kid. Full barbecue. Panic flares in Tommy's eyes like struck flint, he scrambles up, grabbing Derek's arm. We gotta warn Chief Rena, something seriously wrong out here. Derek just arches a brow, voice dry, if it's still standing. Let on, tour guide, let's see how bad the party's crashed. Cut to the deep woods, where the real rot's festering, a dungeon break ripping open like a fresh wound in the earth, stone convulsing as if the planet's got indigestion. A lone wolf pads up, nostrils flaring at the acrid tang of wrongness leaking out, sniffs once, twice, hackles rising. Then it senses the ghoul, a ghost ghoul, all translucent rags and bone grin, phasing through the underbrush like smoke. One swipe, ethereal claws that phase real, and the wolf's head rolls, body twitching in the leaves. Monsters flood the breach now, a tide of fangs and fury, slimes bubbling with stolen mana, goblins hopped up on anomalous power, evolving mid-stride into hulking brutes with eyes like molten slag. Tommy's weirdness in the woods? Straight-up dungeon breach, old seals cracking, letting hell spill topside. Shift to a bustling town on the village fringe, cobblestone streets humming with market chatter and the clang of blacksmith hammers, where we meet a gorgeous woman with sun-kissed curls and laugh lines like victory scars, humming a lullaby while her cute-as-hell daughter sips around the kitchen like a pint-sized tornado. The kid's Brady, fresh off her awakening ceremony, systems glow still humming under her skin as she levitates pots and folds laundry with telekinetic flicks, chores done in half the time, twice the flair. Mom and Mallory beams like she's won the lottery, ruffling Brady's wild mop. Look at you, my little whirlwind, you'll make a fine wife someday, keeping a home like this. But Brady's nose wrinkles, stacking hides with way more focus than any 10-year-old should muster. She's hooked on leatherwork, dreaming of leveling it up into something epic, armors that turn arrows to confetti, boots that outrun storms. Need beast skin for practice, ma, real tough stuff. Mallory chuckles, tying an apron. Ask your dad nice, Buttercup. Travis'll hook you up from the hunt. Man's got a soft spot for that sparkle in your eye. Brady's stoked, bouncing on her toes, already sketching patterns in the flour dust on the table. But then the shadow creeps in, her one big fear, the word alone making the ground tilt under her feet, skinning beasts. Flashback hits 2 weeks back, awakening day bathed in ceremonial lanterns and the scent of sage smoke. Dad Travis strides in, all broad shoulders and easy grin, cradling a level 10 fluffy fox like it's the world's cutest teddy, fur like fresh snow, eyes big and begging for scratches, tail wagging lazy circles. For you, kiddo, gentle start. Brady's beaming, system pinging as she selects her role, and poof, the fox twists midair into a terror fox, spines erupting like porcupine rage, jaws unhinging to reveal fangs like scimitars, eyes boiling with feral hate. She kills it barely, system awakening in a rush of blue light, but the skinning? Hands shaking, she peels it back, bile rising, hasn't locked eyes with a fresh hide since, love the leathering, ma, crafting something from nothing, but not that part. Can't. Mallory pulls her into a flour-dusted hug, time heals the shakes, love, keep it, you're tougher than you know. Brady sighs, petting a scrap of safe cloth, prefer him fluffy, in fur, not nightmare mode. Alive spatter. Crash. Door flies open like it's been kicked by gods. Travis bursts in, chest heaving, face ashen under the sweat, minor gashes weeping red across his arms, armor dented like tin foil. Mallory, Brady, East Gate, now. Huge threat inbound. He spills it fast, high-level monsters swarming the perimeter, levels spiking unnatural, like the jungle's puked-out nightmares. Mom frets, hands fluttering over his wounds. Travis, you're bleeding, he waves it off, grim but steel-eyed, scratches. Obey me now, keep her safe, Mel. That's the job. He shoulders the stop monster duty solo, barking orders as they bolt. If I go down out there, you don't follow. What's the damn point of these systems if I save my family just to drag em into the grave with me? Run, don't look back. The door slams behind them, his silhouette fading into the chaos outside. They're pounding pavement now, Brady's hands slick in Mallory's, little legs churning. Dad's coming back, right? He always does. Mallory scoops her up, voice fierce through the fear. Course he is. Braveheart Travis and Chief Leon are beasts, the unbreakable kind. Nothing touches them. Chief Leon? Yeah, that's our next key player, stoic guardian type, the village's iron spine. We'll meet him soon enough, when the claws really come out. Meanwhile, back in the chaos, we've got this soldier dude, think cocky merc with a chip on his shoulder and a badge that says I got this, herding the villagers like sheep through the thickening dusk, his voice booming over the rustle of panicked footsteps. Rena's just a day out, no stopping. Not for 24 hours, people. Keep it tight. That swagger's all bluster, chest puff like he's the village savior, but it crumbles fast when shadows shift wrong in the underbrush, a wolf's red eyes catching moonlight like dying embers. He doesn't clock it at first, keeps yapping, follow me close, no panic, trust the process, I've run worse ops. Then the wolf pounces, a blur of fangs and fury, slamming him face first into the dirt. Screwed, I'm screwed, he yelps, voice pitching high as a pack swarms from the trees, tearing into him with wet rips and guttural snarls, screams echoing long after the thrashing stops, villagers frozen in a circle of their own doom, the air thick with the copper reek of fresh kill. Mallory's group catches the tail end of it, her heart slamming as she clutches Brady tighter, the little girl's whimpers muffled against her chest. She wants to charge back, staff raised like a madwoman, fight or die trying, but one glance at Brady's wide, trusting eyes roots her. Can't risk the kid, not for strangers who folded faster than cheap cards. If that hero got mulched in seconds? She's toast, system or no. Curses fly under her breath, sharp and venomous, as she scans the cluster. Grown men, protectors, all goats in the headlights, know damn well those wolves chewing raw, bones and bravado. No one steps up, no war cries, just frozen stares inviting the pack closer. Wolves charge, a tidal wave of slobber and slaughter. Brady tugs her mom's skirt, voice tiny. Mom Mallory shoves her forward. Run, baby, go. I'll hold him. No heroes in the bunch, no knights charging the breach. The lead wolf lunges, jaws unhinging like a bear trap. Mallory jams her staff deep into its maw, wood splintering against fangs, buying seconds with brute force and gritted teeth. Go, don't look back, ever. Brady bolts blind, tears blurring the world into a green hell, every crash behind her a hammer on her heart. Dad gone in a blink, now mom? Nightmare fuel, pure and choking, the kind that scars deeper than claws. Mallory knows the math, she can't win, not against a frenzy this hopped up, but stalling's the play. Carve out minutes for Brady to vanish into the trees, then go down swinging solo. No grand save the group plan, no delusions of glory, just raw, bone-deep sacrifice for her kiddo, staff cracking ribs as the wolves circle tighter, her breaths coming ragged but unbreaking. Scene snaps to Brady, a frantic streak through the ferns, slamming chest first into Derek's legs. He's got Tommy slung over one shoulder like a sack of opinions, mid-stride through the brush. She bounces off, sprawling in the leaves, looking up at this towering stranger with void-cracked skin and eyes like storm clouds. Little one, eyes forward when you're fleeing, you look like hell warmed over. Need a hand getting clear? Tommy twists awake on Derek's back, clocking the scene. Derek, you nuts? They need us bad, why even ask? Derek just shrugs, but half-smirk playing, polite to offer first. Kid, manners cost nothing. Brady's on her feet in a blink, tears carving rivers down her dirt-streaked cheeks, voice a shattered whisper. Please, my mom, they're coming. No more words needed, the desperation's a language all its own. She lunges at Tommy, hugging him fierce like a lifeline, sobbing out the story in hiccup bursts. Dad vanished holding the line, soldier shredded, wolves everywhere, mom's last shout echoing in her skull. Devastating doesn't cover it, pure gut punch, and she wheels on Derek, begging on her knees. Save her, please, don't let her die. Derek's jaw ticks, just a flicker, then, done. One finger points casual, like hailing a cab, a pulse of void-laced energy lances out, and the lead wolf, mid-leap at Mallory, explodes in a wet bloom of fur and bone. Chunks raining harmless, Mallory staggers back from the gore, staff slick with saliva and blood, staring slack-jawed at the crater where her death should have landed. Beyond Chief Leon's grit, beyond even Travis's raw steel, this guy's a force of nature. Casual apocalypse. 3 wolves left, circling wary now. Derek eyes M, then Mallory. XP permission? Don't want to poach your grind. She's still catching breath, voice raw. Screw the XP, save M, kill these bastards. Greenlit, no guilt on the loot haul. His grin sharpens, this'll be fun. Wolves charges 1, a frenzy of claws and howls. Derek snatches the exploded wolf's severed arm like a trophy, hefting it one-handed, ready. He blurs gone in a heartbeat, reappearing mid-pack, the limb whirling like a scythe to claw another's guts out in a spray of red confetti. Blinds the second with a void crack flash, then finishes both with surgical stomps that cave skulls like eggshells. 3 down in seconds flat, the clearing silent but for the drip of viscera. Derek straightens, brushing ichor off his sleeve, disappointed sigh. Thought it'd last longer. Y'all hype these mutts like endgame bosses. To me, it's snatching a lollipop from a toddler. Weak sauce. Mallory and Brady crash together in a tangle of sobs and squeezes, mother cradling daughter like she'll never let go, the emotional dam bursting in whispers and shudders, pure, aching relief. Derek hangs back a step, that iron shell softening just a hair, watching the raw humanity unfold. Brady's 14 going on ancient, sharp as attack even through the tears. If those monsters were that bad. Dad's not. Her voice trails to a knife edge. Mallory pulls her closer, voice fierce soft. He's tough as they come, baby, think positive, hold on to that. But to herself, under the breath, Chief and hubby outclass clean, this guy's a league alone, walking god mode. What's he even doing in these backwoods? Monsters dusted him in seconds flat, how the hell? She straightens, wiping tears, and turns grateful eyes on him. Thank you, from the bottom of my soul. Who are you? Some kind of guardian spirit? Derek ruffles Tommy's hair, the kid still wide-eyed on his shoulder. Nah, just a traveler, escorting this troublemaker home. Renobound too? Tag along, Tommy, here's your ace guide, knows every snag and shortcut. Tommy pipes up, squirming down. Village is monster-infested now, how can you ignore it? Derek's gaze hardens. Casual steel, not your butler, kid. Drop you safe, then I'm ghost, won't risk my skin for strangers. Life's taught me that the hard way. No one's buying it, clinging to that frayed hope. Chief Leon in his right hand, Travis, the Unbreakable, must have locked it down by now, right? Village secured, lights on, all good? Derek shuts it down cold. Nope. If the wolves are this bold, it's already a graveyard. Tommy yanks his sleeve, eyes blazing. Save the survivors, people are dying. Why me, ha? Plenty of able bodies here, when does not me, it's we kick in? History's looping the same dumb reel. He jabs a finger at their deal. Info for security, I've held up my end. No freebies for randos, that's how you end up void bait. Tommy can't wrap his head around the grind, the self-reliant forge that hammered Derek Unbreakable, turning reliance on others into dead weight. Folks like these? Burdens you carry till they drag you under. Like you're dumping him on me right now, kid. He's no hero, no cape-wearing savior, just a selfish survivor, scarred lesson etched deep, helping's a trap that snaps shut every time. But Tommy's not having it, jabbing back. You're strong as hell, help him. What, sit on it? Derek crouches to his level, voice even, kid talk. Act your age, this ain't a fairy tale. Tommy rages, tiny fists balled, curses spilling like spitfire, strong and not using it? What, open a cart, sling apples? You're wasting it. Nah, but I am a bastard, and that's why I'm alive. Why I'm stacked like this. Good guys? They die quick, playing tag team with fate. Wanna be strong? Get selfish first, build the walls. Then, maybe, hero shit. Rush it now? Half your life's wasted, chasing ghosts, then you're dead. Harsh truth serum for survival 101, no sugar, no chaser. Tommy struggles, face twisting through the burn, but Derek's real as the blood on the ground, no excuses, no soft landings. The kid deflates a notch, and Derek hoists him back up like he weighs nothing. Where to, all brain? You begged for my muscle earlier, now I'm geared up, so what's with the interrogation? Lead or get led. Next scene, Tommy's terrified out of his skull, not some heroic rescue op anymore, but a grim recovery gig, picking through the bones of what used to be home. Derek's in beast mode, dropping a monster twice his size with a casual slam that shakes the ground like an earthquake, the thing's tentacles still twitching as it hits the dirt. Tommy's jaw drops, awe overriding the fear for a split second. Where'd this rancor even spawn from? What kind of clay you molded out of? He scans the shattered town, crumbled huts leaking smoke, streets choked with debris and the occasional lifeless form half buried under rubble, no survivors in sight, just echoes of screams long gone. It clicks hard for him then, Derek's point sinking in like a knife. Depend on others to swoop in and save your ass? End up like this, a ghost town of broken dreams and bad bets. Derek halts sharp. Stop, right here. Tommy squints, sees nothing but more wreckage, but the rubble stirs like it's alive. Chief Leon claws his way out, battered and bloodied, armor rent like tissue paper, gasping for air with ribs that look caved in. Tommy dashes forward, breaking the stay put rule without a second thought. Chief. You okay? Chief Leon blinks through the haze, propping on one elbow. Tommy? What the hell are you doing here? Get out, it's not safe. Then Tommy spots it, Travis' body slumped against a wall, chest still, eyes vacant. Chief's face falls. He fought brave, kid, not like a coward, but a hero through and through. Took down 3 before, but he's gone now. Derek steps up, voice even, no healer in this joint? Chief shakes his head, wincing, small village like ours? Can't afford a high-class one, their upkeep's a fortune, and even if we scraped it together, they wouldn't slum it here. Derek's got a resurrection potion tucked away, his last one, a glowing vial of liquid miracle he's been saving for a rainy day. Won't play hero on Tommy's wide-eyed plea, though, past heroics bit him hard, left him trapped and broken. But he cuts a compromise, let Mallory and Brady say their goodbyes, at least give them that closure. They arrive in a rush, Mallory's face draining white at the sight, Brady burying into her mom's side with a sob. Travis perched just a flicker seeing his girl, a ghost of a smile cracking through the pain, peaceful end now, knowing she's safe. Tough farewell hits like a gut punch, tears flow, whispers of love and regret hang heavy, then the group rolls out, leaving the silence to claim the ruins. To Tommy, trailing behind, "Kid, don't dwell too hard." Age catches up, and this crap starts feeling normal, like background noise. Chief snaps, fire in his eyes despite the wounds. "How dare you spout that to a child who's just seen his friend's dad die right in front of him? Who the hell are you anyway? What village you from? I don't recognize you, and if you don't cough up a full ID, I won't let Tommy near you again. Stranger danger's real out here." Tommy jumps in, voice steady through the sniffles. "He's right, Chief, not my first rodeo with loss. Lost my parents too, way back. Hell, I'm even a little jealous Mallory and Brady got their goodbyes, closure with bodies to bury. Me? Zilch, no graves, no nothing." The recovery hall nets Derek a ton of monster kills along the way, levels ticking up like a jackpot slot machine. Post-level surge, time for class pick, the system's menu unfolding like a choose-your-own apocalypse. Curious what the new rig's offering, he figures he'll stick with his old reliable at first. But nah, he retracts that quick killer classes pop up, each one more tempting than the last. Shadow Brawler, Shadow Control on steroids, amping punches and kicks with martial flair, turning fights into a deadly dance of darkness. Chaos Glaive, Spear Mastery dialed to 11, upgrade that bad boy with the right mats and wipe a whole town off the map in one swing. Eternal Guardian, Spartan vibes with Phoenix Fire baked in, ashing enemies to dust while you tank like an immortal wall. All OP as hell, he wants the full set, but rules say pick one. But then, chills race down his spine like ice water. Champion of the Void. Choose it? The Void becomes part of him, his body woven into its fabric never traps him again, cause he's the chosen champ now. That 10-year Void bond, the endless nights of isolation and madness, now it flips the script, handing him the reins to control it all. Endless power that devours minds whole, turns sanity to ash. Can he even wield it without cracking? After the hell he endured, the Void yields like a beaten foe? Total no-brainer, he selects it, energy erupting from his core like a bomb on countdown. Chief and Tommy bolt for cover, the air humming with raw power. Tommy frets, lunging back, "Derek, no!" Chief holds him tight, "Suicide, kid, stay back." Process wraps, 2 abilities unlocked, humming in his veins. He tries Void Call first, Skybeam crashes down, transforming him from the inside out, aura pulsing like a black hole's heartbeat. It chokes Chief and Tommy from 10 paces, knees buckling under the weight. Derek exhales, eyes wide, incredible, this is next level. Sky cracks again, Beam 2 slams home. Chief stares up, impossible, what sorcery? Same shock ripples through the group, Mallory and Brady freezing mid-step, bad vibes, this ain't right. Impact fades, Derek spots the Void crack widening, a beast emerging from the rip like birth from a nightmare womb. Ability clue hits, calls Void beasts rare legends whispered in old tales, bringers of devastation whenever they grace the dirt. His expression? Pure, unfiltered hype, the same Void that caged him for a decade now gifts summon authority, like handing the keys to your jailer. Chief and Tommy gape, jaws unhinged, first summoner they've ever laid eyes on. Chief's worried sick, how'd you even meet this maniac? He's laughing at a Void beast? Tommy squints closer, looks sharp, he controls it, "Chief." That's his play. Zoom in, Derek eyes the mini-monster, all swirling shadows and fangs. Name's Asher from now on, you look the part, but mini-sized. Works for me. Pets it casual, like scratching a stray, "Sit, boy." Second sit command? Asher rebels, blasting him back with a Void pulse that craters the earth. Impact nuts, Derek skids, coughing dust. Tommy lunges instinctive, Chief grabs his collar, weakling, "You'll die out there, stay put." Derek rises furious, Void cracks flaring, "Asher, bad move, you're a threat now," and threats get ended. To the others, voice booming, "Run fast as you can. Get tangled in this, you're roadkill, slowing me down." They bolt like spooked deer, Derek mutters after, "No obstacles in my way, burdens just complicate the kill." System tries to ID the beast, error, glitchy fail. He hates the overcomplicating, every new wrinkle a headache. Thinks back to the cousin beast, that old Void horror he tangled with daily just to bust out, couldn't down it clean back then, so this is the test run for Asher. No room for slips, one mistake, and it's lights out, dead as disco. Clash ignites, full speed spear thrust, mana humming, Asher mouths a beam wide as a truck, then hand blocks the strike casual. Derek's eyes bulge. Stronger than the old one, how? Distracted split-second, Asher hooks low, launching him airborne, blood spraying in an arc. What kind of demon are you? Asher's speed's inhuman, blurring the lines, making Derek question his own odds mid-flight. Another slam mid-air grounds him hard, earth cracks like eggshell. Near KO, blood gushing rivers. Plays dead to bait, Asher buys none, dropping another blow. He ducks last second. No more games, next hit pops my organs like balloons. Overwhelmed now, system spamming, health at 20%, red alerts flashing. Desperate times, he flips meditation for Regan mid-dodge. Asher denies the breather, pressing relentless. Priority shifts, distance first, not the win, heal up or fold. Drops to 19%. Counters land weak, glancing. Spear grab again, vicious side slam 18%, notifications piling to 16%. Asher blocks every riposte, blood floods like a faucet. Hits 14%. Tommy watches from the tree lean, tears streaming. Please, Derek, don't go. You're the first ranker who treated me right, like a person. Mallory and Brady crash the hideout. What the hell's going on? Chief grabs M. No time for chit-chat, run, I'll explain on the move. Tommy prays silent, fists clenched. Asher charges a void blast, swirling black hole in its palm. Derek spots it. Not this, not fatal at low HP, no way. No dodge window, head-on collision. Last second flips meditation and Regan mitigate the boom? Health plummets to 7%. Needs a comeback bad. As the final blow looms, system unlocks a new skill, merging seamless with the old one. Zap shocks him near blackout, synapses frying. Ready now, he unleashes on Asher, slashes carving deep, void lace grooves that smoke and sizzle. Final mid-slice thrust, history repeats, Asher blocks cold. Just a bit more, push. Notices the void nullifying his edge, eating the power. Last resort, void channel counters void with void, channeling the abyss through his veins, grit and old power fueling the surge. Pushes harder, roars from the gut, slices clean through, bisecting the beast in a spray of inky nothing. Toughest fight yet, those wolves back there were boring kitty stuff, this? Pure thrill, adrenaline singing. He tilts his head skyward, laughing ragged. Finally, a brawl worth the sweat years later, and it hits like home. Levels surge again, more skills unlocking in a cascade of blue pings. How many drop? Story's got that tucked for later. So far? This tale's straight gold, hooking you deep, shift to a knock echoing through some mystery door, polished oak in a shadowed hall that screams old money and older secrets, sharp and insistent like fate tapping its foot. A voice from the other side, smooth as aged whiskey, enter. In steps the butler, crisp uniform not a wrinkle out of place, carrying himself like he's delivering the crown jewels instead of a leather-bound tome. He's reporting to the patriarch, a woman, all sharp angles and veiled authority, her silhouette half caught in the low light of flickering sconces, face still shrouded for that big reveal later. Ma'am, he says, voice laced with that perfect mix of deference and drama, intriguing news equal parts shock and sheer fun, if I may. He hands over the crown, this ancient log of abnormal portals, pages whispering with forbidden glyphs and anomaly charts. She flips it open, eyes narrowing on the fresh entry, a void beast? Undoubtedly, Mammoth's signature riffs, energy spikes off the charts. Her lips curve, a predator's smile, fascinating. Send a hunter, top tier, no delays. Track that thing down, learn its scent. We've only half seen her so far, that commanding poise hinting at layers of intrigue, but her full face? Dropping later, and man, the design hype's real. I'm dying to know if she's Ice Queen elegant or Stormwitch fierce, the kind that steals scenes without trying. Cut to the villagers huddling in a jungle safe spot, a ragged circle of survivors under a canopy overhang, faces gaunt from the sprint, kids whimpering into parents' laps while the air hums with unspoken dread. One woman's eyes light up first, spotting Chief Leon limping in with Mallory cradling Brady, Tommy trailing exhausted like a shadow. Chief, you came back for us. Village is safe, right? Locked down tight? Hope surges like a spark in dry tinder, questions barraging him in a frantic wave. Where's everyone? The walls hold? Kids okay? The weight of leadership crashing down his chief's burden, his battered frame sagging under it all. He accepts it, no more lies, voice cracking like old leather, no point hiding it, it's gone. All of it, tinder to ash. No home left, Folks, we can't return. Nothing to go back to. Shock ripples out, a collective gut punch, gasps turn to sobs, grief twisting faces like knives, fear coiling tight in the silence that follows, eyes hollow as the ruins they fled. Chief bows low, knees hitting dirt, voice thick, as chief of your village, I failed you, all of you, your loved ones, your homes. Deepest apologies from a broken man, I carry this shame to my grave. He's crushed under it, whispering to the ground, should have died with them out there, this guilt? Eternal, a chain I forged myself. That's when Derek slips in from the tree lean, voice cutting the heavy air like a cool breeze. Ease up on yourself. Chief, you did all you could, squeezed every drop from the fight. That's more than most manage. Tommy spots him first, face splitting into pure relief, lunging for a hug that nearly bowls Derek over. You're alive. So damn glad, thought you were toast. He bought Chief's hype hook, line and sinker back there. The tails of void beasts painted like banshees devouring beans. Ring the bell, invite the death, ain't no surviving that. Derek ruffles the kid's hair, chuckling low. Course I'm breathing, babe, don't tell me Chief's ghost stories had you thinking I croaked. Not that weak, right? I'd haunt you worse than any beast. Tommy pulls back, grinning through shiny eyes, almost bought at full price, but seeing you here? That's everything, man. Everything. Derek turns to Mallory and Brady, huddled close, names right? Got good news amid the shitstorm. He starts soft, sorry for the losses, the holes ripped in the world's Travis too, that steady rock gone too soon. Then the twist, that bracelet of mine? Void storage on steroids. Snagged his body before we bounced, proper funeral when we hit a safe spot, send him off right. No rush graves out here. They're stunned silent, Mallory's hand flying to her mouth, Brady's eyes widening. Why help now, after the no-risk line you drew hard? The man who wouldn't bleed for strangers suddenly carrying their anchor home? Thanks, from the marrow out, Mallory breathes. You're kind, too kind for this mess. Derek waves it off, half smirk hiding the flicker, appreciate the kind tag, ain't though. Just, practical. Night falls heavy, camp a flickering island of firelight in the endless green, flames spitting sparks like angry stars while the jungle whispers threats beyond the glow. Chief Leon paces the perimeter, voice gravel to the huddled group, stay tight by the fire, no wandering, not a step. Nowhere safe anymore, shadows got teeth tonight. But the dead comrades haunt him worse than any growl, ghosts in every crackle, every sigh from the survivors. Tommy sidles up to Derek, poking the embers with a stick. That void beast, what really went down? You take it solo? Derek leans back on his elbows, stars mocking overhead, huge power, sure, felt like wrestling a storm. But before me? T compared to the grind. Diff from your run-of-the-mill monsters, no doubt. Don't crown me king, though, plenty out there could down one blindfolded. Tommy shakes his head fierce. Nah, you're unique, straight legend. Grandma used to say void beasts drop every few ages, and victors? No normies among them. First win anyone's ever clocked, let alone live to brag. Mallory drifts over, settling cross-legged with a shared skewer of scavenged roots. Kid spot on, you're something else. Derek shrugs, lucky draw must have summoned a weak runt. Her eyes sharpen, summoned? How the hell do you even pull that off? He chuckles dry, explaining? We burn days and still scratch the surface, save it for a rainy apocalypse. Dawn breaks reluctant, mist curling like smoke signals as the group breaks camp, packs light and spirits heavier. Brady tugs Derek's hand shy as they shoulder up, voice small but steel-edged, those animals in your bracelet, can I see? Tommy spilled, pretty sure it's magic. He pauses, crouching to her level, spilled my secrets already, huh? What's the play, petting zoo or project? She shares it all, passion bubbling through the grief, dreams of leatherwork mastery, stitching armor that turns blades to butter, boots that dance through danger. He nods, fishing out a soft-eyed rabbit from the void fold, fur like moonlight, start here, gentle. Others are big boys, safe spot, full drop-off. She cradles it gentle, whispering thanks that hit like arrows. But he probes, reason for the haul? Beyond the cute. Her face crumples then, Dad's words flooding back like a breached dam. He said learn it deep, craft armor that saves lives, turns the tide when it counts. Fulfilling his wish, gotta, for him. Sobs hit hard, wrenching from the gut, and Derek goes somber, hand light on her shoulder, control in the pain? That's your call, kid, yours alone. Master at once, though? You're unstoppable, a force they can't touch. World's harsh truths hit different than this place? Straight hell, but you? Built for the burn.